Okay, this is the Spring 2019 Mobile Wireless Security class. I got it in student view, so this is what it should look like for you guys. When you connect or log into Canvas and accept into the course, this is what it should look like. Under Home, you should see a Start Here and a Welcome page. When you go to Welcome, it welcomes you to the course, has links to the syllabus, has links to the announcements, course information, links to your grades, lots of good stuff for you to follow, and also has links to the modules. Now, this is only a 2-week class, so there are only 2 modules. You are getting all the same material as given in the 16 or the 8-week course. It's just condensed, so you need to work on it immediately. Okay. Now, when you click on the syllabus link, you'll actually see the syllabus here. It talks about our course, talks about the textbook. Someone already emailed me about the MindTap course key. We're working on that. I don't know. Actually, I don't think this book has a MindTap component to it. If it does, I will add it there later. There's the information on how to get Engage Unlimited. There's the objectives for the course. Here's how I'm going to be grading you. You got some discussions, lab assignments, quizzes, and exams. So really, you need to do all of it or else you're not going to pass. Some important dates. We actually start on January 7th. I'm opening this class early because it is a lot of material to do in 2 weeks. There's 12 or more chapters. So that's nearly a chapter a day. So you really need to get going. The last day to drop is January 7th. Again, this is also the start of the class. The last day to withdraw is January 16th. Okay. And, oh, this is not right. I'm sorry. The last day of the spring interim session is January 19th, not March 19th. I'll get that fixed. I don't like late work. Don't submit late work. Just submit your work on time. The contact info quiz, I left a link in here for it, but it is not there at the moment. I want to change the format of it. If I do not get it fixed for the interim class, then just don't worry about that. Test, actually, I want to go back up here for a second. Under exams, we have had, we've been proctoring most of our exams lately. The problem is, of the interim, it'd be pretty hard to get all these darn exams proctored in such a short period. So I will let you know more about that once the class officially starts in a week. So it says your instructor will provide more information about proctoring requirements for this course. Okay. Let's move on. Under modules, you will see the start thing we're already at. There's the instructor's office. You can pick through all this. I'm not going to walk through all of it with you. I also have a course information module here. That just has a lot of different schedules. So many times students say, hey, I'm in the whatever version of the catalog, so I'm trying to put the older versions up in here so that you can actually keep them if you want them. Now, as it pertains to this course, here's your 2 modules. We have week 1 and week 2. I'm minimizing them so you can see them. Okay, under week 1, you'll have a discussion. There's only 2 discussions due for this course during the interim. One for the first 4 chapters and one for the second 4 chapters. You do need to do both of those. So I mean, if you really miss one of the discussions, that's 5% of your grade. Chapter 1, you see for each chapter, we have the PowerPoint, we have the quiz, we have an assignment. Again, the PowerPoint for chapter 2, the assignment and the quiz. Chapter 3, the PowerPoint, the assignment and the quiz. I do not, at the moment, have full recordings of all the chapter lectures. We just recently adopted this book. It's actually brand new, so we do not currently have recordings. If I get a chance to put some up there, I will. In the meantime, you're just going to have to read through the book on your own. I'm sorry about that, but they will be added once they're available. But you will see the PowerPoint, the assignment, and the quiz for each chapter. Now, after the first 4 chapters, there's a test. Okay, so you got a test of chapters 1 through 4. You'll see all that so far is due on January 12th, which is the end of week 1. Okay. Now, you'll also see the next discussions, chapters 5 through 8. There's actually, I'm sorry, there's 3 discussions, not just 2. 1 through 4, 5 through 8, and 9 through 12. Then you'll see chapter 5 is actually also due on the 12th, okay? So don't think once you hit the first exam, that's all for week 1. That's not true. Week 5 and week 6 are also due on week 1. The reason I put this discussion up here is because it technically starts in chapter 5, but the discussion itself is not technically due until the 19th, okay? So for each of the chapters, you'll see the PowerPoint, you'll see an assignment, you will see a quiz. Now, assignment for chapter 6, there is no assignment for this one, so I put that on there. Obviously, you do not have to do an assignment for chapter 6. There's the PowerPoint and the quiz. Okay, let's go to week 2. You'll see chapter 7. You'll see the assignment and the quiz. Chapter 8, the assignment and the quiz. Then you'll see the second exam, which is chapters 5 through 8. Okay, and week 2 is all due on January 19th. And you'll see discussion chapters 9 through 12, again due on the 19th. Then there's chapter 9, and then you will see the assignment and the quiz, and 10, 11, and 12. Now, I have not gotten the last 3 assignments up there yet. I do not have the assignments for 10, 11, and 12 yet. I'm working on this. Again, this is all new material, so I'm having to create these as I go. So they will be added, and if they are not added, I'll put a header saying no assignment due for this chapter. But just keep watching it because they will appear there once they're made. Now I'm going to leave the student view for a second because there's a few things on here you can't see, but I want to show you anyway. We are going to be adding a cloud module. We're most likely be covering this chapter 10. This is out of a different book. I'm not going to require you to buy the book, but I should be using this chapter out of a virtualization book. I just haven't decided exactly. I will know by the time the course starts. So once I do, this additional cloud module will appear. If it doesn't, well, lucky for you. But right, I'm planning on having it appear. So when you click on that, you should be able to see, when that appears, you should be able to see the additional material. Okay. So for the most part, you have PowerPoint, an assignment, and a quiz for each one. Okay. Let's just look at a couple random assignments that you want. Okay, I'm going to click on Chapter 8 assignment. Okay. Chapter 8 assignment talks about wireless LAN best practices. I'll give you a link to a website which you can read about it. Look into that. And what I want you to do is tell me these 8 best practices. For each one, tell me what you do to implement it. For instance, here's an example under mobile device management, which is one of the best practices. Tell me what it means, but also show me how you are tracking your mobile devices. Well, you could show me Fing, for instance. Fing does that very nicely. Okay. I also say the best submission will include some sort of proof to support your claims. Here's an example. Okay. Now, one of the best practices talks about guest access. Here's an example of my guest access on my home network. It is currently disabled. So I'm showing with a screenshot that I have guest access, but it's currently disabled. I only turn it on when need be. Okay. There's another example. Okay. One of the best practices talks about keeping track of devices on your network. Well, in my router, I can specifically tell it to notify me whenever there's new devices on my network. So here would be proof that I can, basically get notified. So that's how I'm implementing this best practice on my network. I would like some sort of proof like this. You can look through this link, tell me about each one and how you are handling it, and provide some sort of proof of what you're doing. And you know what? If you're not doing something, okay, there's one in there called physical access. Well, I'm hoping your stuff is secured somehow. If it's inside your house, well, obviously it's secured behind your front door. But if it was not secured, maybe you've got an access point on the side of your house, well, then fine, tell me that. I said, yes, I know this is not good, but here's the way I'm doing it, and here's a picture of it. So they also, there's a best practice about scanning for road access points. You know what? If you don't scan for road, just tell me that. You do not have to be doing all of them. Best practices are what you should be doing, but in the home use, you really won't be doing all of them, okay? So that's just chapter 8. Oh, I just put up a brand new one moments ago. I'm just going to show you that one. Again, I'm not going to go through all of them. I come up with an assignment here. Show me the tower, okay? This assignment, you're going to be finding cell towers. I gave you 2 links to websites. This one here actually shows you a graphical view of where the towers are. I'll actually walk through this one real quick with you. I'm going to say Midwest City, Oklahoma, and I'm going to say go. And if I cruise down here, just say okay to that stupid error. If I zoom in a little bit, you'll see, one more time, you will see, oh, we're gone too far. You'll see Tinker Air Force Base, Rose State College. You'll see there's 4 towers right here around Rose State. Okay, kind of cool. And you can click on them, see the owner of this tower is American Towers LLC. So it's kind of cool. You can find out the different towers around your area. This next one, antenna search, is actually even better. You can put in, like, Rose State's address here, and do that, and say go, and it will actually search. Now, it's going to take a minute. When you say process here, it's going to take a minute, but it will finally appear. And what it will give you is, I'm going to show you. Hopefully you can see this. If not, trust me. There it goes, it's processing. But you can click, and it tells you 81 towers, 211 antennas, and you can download the records. Now, I don't know if, hopefully you can see this, but I put this here. This will actually show you of all the records of all the towers in this area. We'll even show you the owners, and where is it at? You can tell if it's AT&T or T-Mobile. I know it's in here. Let me find it. Hold on. Which column is it? One of these columns tells us who they are. Construction. There it is, this one. There's the T-Mobile tower. There's a AT&T. No, that's an American tower. There's a Sprint tower. There's an Altel tower. There's just lots of different. This chart's really amazing, all the stuff it shows you. But back to the assignment. For each of these towers, what you're going to do is you're going to find them. You're going to find one tower for each of these carriers: Sprint, AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. For each of the towers, you're going to be submitting a picture of the actual tower. I want you to go physically find this tower. Now, with the websites I gave you there, specifically this will actually give you the addresses of them. Okay, so I want a picture of it. I want the physical address and then the owner. Just like I showed you on this other one, that they do show owners. Then it's something else if you want. Just tell me. I mean, there's one right by my house. So, it's kind of cool. It'll help you figure out, hey, this is kind of cool. I didn't know I could find out this stuff about towers. And the way this one's going to be graded, you give me everything I need for AT&T, Verizon, and Sprint, and T-Mobile, great. You get 100%. If not, you're missing something, you're going to get half credit, or you're missing all of it, you get no credit. So, kind of a cool assignment. I just came up with this one. So that's out of chapter 9. So there will be assignments for pretty much every chapter, not everyone. Obviously, 6 does not have one. But there's quite a bit of them in there. Okay, so back to modules. I think that's all I really need to show you for this course. Can we start officially on January 7th? But you can start today. All right, thank you very much.